Welcome back to Simply Sports Science, the home of clear, simple and powerful explanations for everything you need to be successful in IB Sports Science. Whether it's anatomy, physiology, training or exam revision tips, we'll break down the tricky stuff so you can learn it, remember it and use it. If you want to boost your understanding and your grades in sports science, you're in the right place. Okay, let's move on to the cardiovascular system, one of the absolute core topics in sport and exercise science. If you think about it, this system is like the body's transport network. It delivers oxygen and nutrition to every cell. It removes waste products and it plays a massive role in performance and recovery from performance. Without it, sport, or even just standing up, would be impossible. So let's start with the structure of the heart. Picture it as a muscular pump, roughly the size of your fist, sitting slightly to the left of your chest. It's divided into 4 chambers, 2 atria at the top and 2 ventricles at the bottom. Blood always flows in one direction through this double pump system. Here's the route. Deoxygenated blood from the body enters the right atrium through the vena cava. It moves into the right ventricle, which pumps it to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. That's where gas exchange happens. Carbon dioxide is offloaded, oxygen is picked up. Oxygenated blood then returns via the pulmonary veins into the left atrium, passes into the left ventricle and is pumped out to the body through the aorta. Notice how the left ventricle has the thickest muscular wall, because it's got the hardest job, pushing blood around the whole body, compared to the right ventricle, which only pumps to the nearby lungs. Now, to keep all this flowing in the right direction, we've got valves. Valves between atria and ventricles, and valves at the exit to the arteries. They snap shut to prevent backflow, that lub-dub sound you hear in a heartbeat. That's the valves closing. From the heart, blood travels through a network of blood vessels. There are 3 main types of these. Arteries that carry blood away from the heart. They've got thick muscular walls to handle high pressure. Veins return blood to the heart. They're under much lower pressure, so they've got thinner walls and valves to stop backflow. And then capillaries are the tiny exchange vessels. They're just 1 cell thick, allowing oxygen and nutrients to move into the tissues and carbon dioxide and waste products to be moved out. Now let's talk about blood itself. It's not just red liquid, it's made up of several important components. Plasma, the fluid part, carries nutrients, hormones and waste products. Red blood cells contain hemoglobin, which binds to oxygen. More red blood cells equals better oxygen transport, which is why altitude training or blood doping can boost performance. Then we have white blood cells that are part of the immune system that fights infection. And finally, platelets that help clot blood, stopping us from bleeding out if we're injured. So far, that's the structure, but for sports science, we also need to understand the cardiac cycle and cardiac output. So each heartbeat has 2 phases. Diastole, the heart relaxes, chambers fill with blood. And systole, the heart contracts, pushing blood out. We measure heart function with a few key terms. Heart rate, which is known as HR, means beats per minute. Stroke volume, or SV, means the amount of blood pumped per heartbeat. And cardiac output, which we know as Q, is heart rate times stroke volume, the total blood pumped per minute. And here's the sporting connection. During exercise, heart rate rises to meet oxygen demand. Stroke volume also increases up to a point, and together that massively increases cardiac output, which means more oxygen is delivered to working muscles. And then don't forget blood pressure. Systolic pressure is the pressure when ventricles contract, and diastolic pressure is the pressure when the heart relaxes. Healthy values are around 120/80 mmHg at rest, but during exercise, systolic blood pressure can shoot up whilst diastolic stays fairly stable. Another key feature here is the distribution of blood. At rest, more blood is sent to organs like the digestive system, but during exercise, blood is redirected through vasodilation and vasoconstriction towards the working muscles and away from non-essential areas. This is called the redistribution of blood flow, and it's essential for our performance. Finally, we can't forget the difference between pulmonary and systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation is the loop from heart to lungs and back, while systemic circulation is the loop from the heart to the body and back. And together they make sure oxygen gets in, carbon dioxide gets out, and everything keeps moving in balance. So let's recap all of this. The heart is a double pump with 4 chambers and valves. Arteries, veins, and capillaries form the transport network. Blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and protects us from infection and bleeding. Key measures like heart rate, stroke volume, cardiac output, and blood pressure explain how the system adapts to exercise. And the whole system shifts blood flow depending on whether you're sitting on the sofa or sprinting 100 meters. This system is the engine room of human performance. Every time you train, you're essentially challenging your cardiovascular system to adapt, making your heart stronger, your stroke volume bigger, and your oxygen delivery more efficient. And that's why it's so important in everything to do with sports science too. Thanks for watching Simply Sports Science. If you found this helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our IB Sports Science content. We've got revision guides, exam tips and clear explanations to help you be successful. And don't forget to visit us at www.simplysportscience.co.uk. Join us again next time where we'll keep making sports science simple.